Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Monday, April 12th, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, police investigating 2 deaths on Saturday. G-Tawu president says they are prepared to fight as ACV strike continues for a 3rd week. Comedian turns politician Vasanio Nicholas plans to contest 2023 general election as an independent candidate. Government appoints Mrs. Karen Reed Ballantyne as Grenada's new Solicitor General. La Soufrière's largest eruption recorded Monday morning with pyroclastic flows confirmed. St. Vincent takes center stage on tonight's Beyond the Headlines. In around the globe, 21 workers trapped in a flooded mine in China. Protests erupt in Minneapolis after police shoot black man. Coming up in sports, Grenada could have as many as 3 or 4 para-athletes in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. And Boxing Association of Grenada on the rebound after experiencing turmoil. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The situation with the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent continues to evolve since the first explosive eruption last Friday. Since then, the island has been subjected to constant ashfall, and thousands have been evacuated from the red zone. The residents' hardships are far from over, as Monday morning the largest eruption yet was recorded. Trelana Charles has the details.
At approximately 4:15 a.m. Monday morning, the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent recorded its largest eruption since the first active explosive eruption, which occurred on Friday, 9th April. Monday's eruption generated pyroclastic density currents, PDCs, which are considered to be extremely hazardous to all life in local areas. Director at the UE Seismic Research Center, Dr. Irusula Joseph, speaking on GBN's To The Point program, explained the difference between Monday morning's eruption and previous ones.
But what happened this morning was more of a Pelian type eruption, where it generated not just an ash column, but it generated pyroclastic flows. And these are the PDCs that we're speaking about, the pyroclastic flow and surges. So this is hot gas and ash and ballistics that have flowed down the flanks of the volcano, predominantly on the south side and the southwestern side.
PDCs are fast-moving, ground-hugging currents of hot gas and volcanic matter, which can travel to speeds of hundreds of meters per second. She said the volcano's activity is comparable to the 1902 eruption, which resulted in the death of over 1,600 people.
The type of activity we're seeing now is similar to the 1902 eruption, but But I think that what is happening now is that there's a lot more ash than was seen then. And of course, ash affecting, the southern part of the island. So in terms of what can happen next, more of the same type. It could be the same type of activity that we've already been seeing. This can continue to happen in the coming days to weeks.
While the situation in St. Vincent continues to develop, Dr. Joseph said there is no need for Grenadians to be alarmed about the possible effects of the La Soufrière eruptions on nearby volcanoes.
Just to reiterate that this volcanic system of La Soufrière is not connected in any way to Kikamjeni. There's a lot of misinformation being shared, and we encourage people to follow the official sources of information for correct information and not to share misinformation without verifying from the original sources.
According to St. Vincent's National Emergency Management Organization, the La Soufrière volcano continues to erupt, and explosions and accompanying ashfall of similar or larger magnitude are likely to continue to occur over the next few days. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
These are certainly interesting times. The continuous eruption of La Soufrière volcano will be the focus of tonight's Beyond the Headlines program. Guests are none other than Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, Grenada's Superintendent of Police, Sylvan McIntyre, who is presently assigned by Sedema in St. Vincent to assist, Vincentian journalist, NBC's program manager, Colville Harry, and presidents of the Grenada Rotary Club, Henry Joseph. Get involved. Have your questions prepared so that you can make your contributions via the GBN Facebook page or by calling 440-1252 during the program, which begins at 8:35 p.m. with your host, Mrs. Odette Campbell. Over the weekend, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, issued a statement appealing to Grenadians for assistance for residents on neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Since then, a number of groups and organizations have contributed to provide relief efforts. More in this report.
Due to the total collapse of the water system in St. Vincent, one of the prevalent necessities appealed for is water. Many individuals, clubs, and organizations have responded to those requests with impromptu donations of water on Sunday. One of those clubs was the Rotary Club of Grenada, which donated more than 1,000 cases of water. President of the club, Henry Joseph, said after hearing of the dire water situation on the island, they were compelled to respond.
The two clubs got together, hearing of the appeal that St. Vincent made. Of course, there wasn't a lot of time, for us to act, but through the goodwill of a number of persons, we were able to accumulate about 1,000 cases of water. And luckily for us, a boat was coming and arrived yesterday at 3 o'clock. So we were able to get the water on time, label them, and the boats, took them, first of all, to Canoan. And as I understand it, they should be in St. Vincent. Well, they should have been in St. Vincent at about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Joseph said more relief efforts will be made in the coming weeks as funds become readily available.
There is one commodity that's very scarce, and that's money. So we are trying to raise some funds through corporate donations, through some friends from abroad and that kind of thing. And once we get some funds, we would be able to buy, some of the things that are needed. It's a whole long list of items, and some of them are not available in Grenada readily. But we are hoping that by Wednesday, Thursday, we should have enough funds in hand to be able to purchase some of the much needed items.
Tonya Hyacinth, a member of the COVID response team for NADMA, said given the short notice, the level of support has been commendable, even from individuals.
A short notice of call of water, we see that many different agencies are here dropping off water to be sent to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our sister island. We also had personal donations coming through, and this we must say thank you to the general public, but we must let you know that it doesn't end here. We will organize for another transit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What actually happened here is that Beckway Express actually came in to drop off some passengers who were trapped in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that are now being flown out of Grenada. So for us, we are happy to facilitate with our other agencies, and this now they have agreed to take the supplies up to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So for that, we are grateful, and we are doing what we need to do as a country to respond to our sister island.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines continue to be severely impacted by the La Soufrière volcano eruption. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Grenadians are being urged to be extra vigilant given ashfall from neighboring St. Vincent as a result of the ongoing La Soufrière volcanic eruption. Opposition leader Tobias Clement is especially concerned about water supply quality in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, whose residents rely on homemade forms of water harvesting to sustain their daily needs. More in this special report from journalist Kellon Bubb.
The La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent, which has been erupting effusively over the last 6 months, experienced its first explosive eruption since Friday, April 13, 1979. For historical context, the volcano erupted on the second Friday of April in 1979, just 4 days shy of the current eruption, also happening on the second Friday of April in 2021. The UE Seismic Research Center concluded that the current and ongoing episode is much more powerful than the previous 1901 and 1979 eruptions combined, but bears more similarities to the 1901 event. On the last episode of the Bubb Report, Grenada's opposition leader, the Honorable Tobias Clement, who is also a biochemist, articulated the risks and dangers of the ashfall on the local water supply, especially for those on the sister islands of Carriacou and Petite Martinique who rely on water catchment tanks to augment their water needs in the dry season.
In all of the Grenadine islands, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, we harvest rainwater for drinking. And we had to ask them to disconnect the spouting because the roofs were covered with ash, and you do not want, if it rains, then that ash goes into the cistern or into the catchment area, because the water would be contaminated. It will not be any good. I would advocate, even besides COVID-19, that people should continue to wear masks. I mean, the volcano erupted, you have the ash there. You might have been hearing that people are smelling sulfur. Yes, sulfur is given off there, but it is known that sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide can be formed. And when these are dissolved in rainwater, you can form sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid. So the rain that falls in the immediate time would be acidic.
Clement is also cautioning that there may be risks to crops and other plant material due to sustained ashfall.
But much more so, we have just seen the ashfall, and we might be talking about the ashfall and it looked like sand or so. But I do foresee that a lot of vegetation will be destroyed. We're talking about crops, and animals would be affected in a serious way. Immediately in St. Vincent, in Barbados, in the Grenadine Islands, you would see that some of the leaves and some of the vegetation, agricultural crops would probably some of it will be destroyed.
Ashfall can have serious and detrimental effects on agricultural crops and livestock, depending on the variables of ash thickness, the type and growing condition of a crop, the presence of soluble fluoride on the ash, timing and intensity of subsequent rainfall, condition of pasture and animals prior to ashfall, and availability of uncontaminated feed and water. Reporting from Washington, D.C., this is Kellen Bubb.
And just as a quick update, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they recorded 14 new positive COVID-19 cases today from 34 samples, which means that there's a positivity rate of 41.2%. So that's possibly due to what's currently happening, but of course, we'll keep you updated. This is News at 7. Coming up, it's no laughing matter. Vasanio Nicholas is ready for frontline politics, saying the people want a more youthful representation. And 3 police officers wounded after attack over the weekend. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Glow, keeping you connected.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. Information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
2 deaths were reported in one day over the weekend. On Saturday morning, police responded to reports of a hanging in the parish of St. Andrew, while in the latter part of the day, a body was discovered in the bushes in St. Mark. Details in this report.
Instead of wedding clothes, we now have to buy funeral clothes. The words of a shaken Jude Fraser, nephew of 42-year-old Jimmy Fraser, the man whose lifeless body was discovered on Saturday, 10th April at Diamond in St. Mark. Jude was a part of the search party which discovered his body.
Well, actually, it's me and 2 other guys that found him close to a burning tree. Well, while searching, we realized, he's nowhere to be found, so I called 911 around like 25 past 11, and I told them, put me through to the police station in my area. And then I told them, I need some assistance. We're here trying to find my uncle. He's nowhere to be found.
According to his nephew, Fraser was a man who left an indelible mark on the people he came in contact with.
So, and to see he's a guy that there no confusion, he don't own nobody, when I said that man, he's the coolest man you could meet, Jed. Even though we meet that man for the first time, you want to meet him again. So that's shocking all of us. We really don't know.
Jude explained what transpired on Saturday, beginning with the last time he saw his uncle up until he discovered the body.
Because when I come up, I saw him in the afternoon going to Ilan and thing, girl, and the man held him up and then because he just come by us and then I understand. Well, we didn't. My mother got the call from his girlfriend, his fiancée. And she told my mother, she's not seeing him, they calling his cell phone, they cannot get you the cell phone and things. So we decided to go to the land to look to see if he's there because he usually don't come back from the land that late. And then after we reach at the destination where his land is located in the mountain, we realized, the van is there still. The key in the ignition, the phone in the van. So, we started searching because we find that was kind of weird. Where I found his body was just the tree alone that was burning. The way we found the man, how, it was a little bit too... we can't take it now because, finding your face down with a hole in your head close to a burning tree,
The young man said if he had heard about the incident, he would not have been as shaken as he is after discovering his relative in such a manner. Jimmy Fraser was due to be married to his fiancée this coming Saturday. He died 1 week before his big day. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
So unfortunate. The Royal Grenada Police Force say they intend to take a zero-tolerance approach following attacks on lawmen over the weekend. They deemed the incidents, which left 3 police officers wounded, as a form of disrespect for law and order.
Police have arrested and charged a St. Patrick's shopkeeper and several other persons following an attack on lawmen in Riversally in the wee hours of Saturday morning, which left 3 police officers nursing injuries. The Community Relations Department, in a statement issued on Monday, disclosed that Clyde Thomas, a 39-year-old shopkeeper of Latas, St. Patrick, was arrested and charged for the offense of exposing for sale intoxicating liquor without being the holder of a liquor dealer's license. He was informed that he will be further charged for offenses under the COVID-19 regulations. Several other persons were detained in connection with the incident, and charges may be preferred against them. Police made it clear that the incident had nothing to do with the annual Saraka, which police permitted on a scaled-down basis. According to the statement issued by the police, subsequent to the permitted event, a number of individuals blatantly ignored the COVID-19 regulations and gathered at a community shop beyond midnight, the point at which a curfew takes effect. In an attempt to shut down the operation and disperse the crowd, officers were met with acts of retaliation by several civilians, inclusive of throwing of missiles and explosive sounds similar to gunshots. The roadway was covered in broken bottles and was also blocked with debris. In an unrelated matter, a resident of Dunfermline, St. Andrew, was taken to seek medical attention after he was attacked at a bar in Subies on Sunday. Officers who responded to the scene also faced challenges with large crowds at 2 bars in the area during the curfew hours. Police say they view these latest examples of disrespect for law and order as extremely alarming and intends to take a zero-tolerance approach against these emerging trends. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
The employees of ACB Caribbean are now into the 3rd week of consecutive daily industrial actions with no immediate end in sight. Braving the elements, which now include the Sahara dust and ash from La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent, the workers have kept their same fervor and passion displayed in the previous 2 weeks. The GBN crew visited the workers' camp outside the bank to get the latest developments.
Around 5 weeks ago, workers of RBTT Bank, now ACB Caribbean, first initiated a walkout at about 2 or 3 p.m. daily. That action transformed into a full-day strike, which is into its 3rd week. GTAO President Andrew Lewis coins it a workers' fight led by the Technical and Allied Workers Union, impressing that the workers know their rights and entitlements. Having exhausted all of the provisions in the collective agreement, he too, like Labour Minister Peter David, acknowledges that because the bank is not an essential service, the minister cannot mandate arbitration. However, Senator Lewis says government still has a role in resolving the issue.
I maintain that had it been in Barbados with PM Motley and in Antigua, the governments, in other words, that can't happen in Barbados or in Antigua. And let's just put it there.
The union leader says they have yet to receive notice of the bank's willingness to resolve the issue.
Well, let me say we have not heard from RBC, neither ACB, but we are engaged with ACB up until Friday. We exchanged a relevant document with them that they were looking for. We gave it to them, right? But it is in ACB's interest to settle this. As you can see, customers have been complaining over and over. And there's a high possibility of a run on the bank. There's that high possibility. We have not yet called for people to boycott the bank. We have not yet done that, but our patriotic Grenadians are getting fed up. And they are prepared to give the workers the relevant solidarity that is required.
Last week, members of the Tao family lent their solidarity to ACB Caribbean workers.
No, today is just the RBTT workers, the RBC workers, right? But the spirit of the Tao members are with us. The spirit of the Tao family is with us. And they are standing willing, ready, and able at our own calling and our own choosing to do what has to be done.
Lewis says they are prepared to fight until the issue is resolved. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Many may know him as a comedian, having acted in the performing arts sector for several years. However, now he's shifting from the theatrical stage to the political stage. Come next election, constitutionally due in 2023, Vasanio Nicholas, an electrical technician by trade, says he intends to contest the St. George South East constituency as an independent candidate.
Politics is no laughing matter. Vasanio Nicholas says he's ready to hit the ground running as he sets his sight on the political arena. Known to be an avid supporter of the ruling New National Party government, many have questioned his motives. Nicholas explained why he made such a move.
Right now, everything, we know that we have a representative, but sooner or later when the bell rings, everybody will be on the same surface, on the same platform. And what would make a difference sometimes could be cash or what people really do believe in. And it's basically trying to change the whole mindset of how things, the modus operandi within the constituency and other constituencies around Grenada, how people should report the kind of representation that they're looking for. Because people really, a lot of times some politicians make the mistake and think that when people come to them, they want something from them. No, people want love. People want to hear you. They want to see you.
Critics believe that Nicholas could be testing the political waters to see if he's favorable to replace sitting NNP parliamentary representative Gregory Bowen. But the 53-year-old told GBN he believes the electorates want young blood, as he explained his rationale for choosing to be an independent candidate.
That's a good question, eh? But sometimes, even in your own home, you have your children, and there comes a time when they have to step out of your home and fend for themselves. I'm paving the way for the next generation to fearlessly embrace the mantle of leadership. We would not be here forever. We have to make sure that we prepare our youngsters to take up the mantle. And if we don't do that, then our country would be heading down a slippery slope.
The aspiring politician's color is orange and his symbol is the eye. He says he intends to make a difference and his vision is in the people. He says people are looking for a change and something new. So just what does he intend to bring to the table?
Agricultural sector, we have a lot of work to be done there. Tourism is out, you say. It's clean out. We're having a few persons coming in now, but tourism is flat down, and we need our agricultural sector to make sure that we can sustain ourselves. And another thing I look at is the skills training. I think the school system needs to think more about what we put on the table when it comes to when we're educating our children, because with a good skill set, you can survive.
Promises to face his challenges head on. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Video circulated on social media of police officers being attacked with stones and bottles while attempting to implement the 12 a.m. curfew in Riverside St. Patrick following the Saraka celebrations on Friday.
Yeah? Hey.
Our online audience gave their opinions on the situation. Dwight commented, "Some Grenadians not easy. After all, they were allowed to continue when it was not supposed to happen. You still want to go on after the curfew hours. Total disrespect for the law and authority." Brian commented, "Only the start. Grenada is a pressure cooker waiting to explode. Citizens are frustrated. Serious dialogue must take place." Karen added it was the parliamentary representative who sponsored the event. It went on even after permission was denied. But as the saying goes, politics talk and common sense walk. Rohan had a different concern. He said, "That's a wrong move right there. We should have some more respect for law and order, but why all these restrictions when we are COVID-free? I understand we can't afford to let our guard down, but that's a village thing. We could attend with masks on. Sorry it had to happen this way, but the police firing in the dark blindly, we know what could happen. Let's just say, what if the bullets went through someone's house and hit an abiding citizen who didn't even take part? And Rosalind commented, I just can't understand this level of disrespect and lawlessness. When things go wrong, it's the same police they are calling. The next thing they would say is call the police. Some people don't, or playing they don't, understand their role in keeping our country safe. I don't like what I'm seeing in this video at all. The officers are humans just like us, and some of them are doing a wonderful job. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Grenadians woke up on Sunday morning to their surroundings covered in particles of ash, a result of ashfall from the La Soufrière volcano eruption in St. Vincent. Many took to social media to post pictures and videos of what was a first-time experience for most.
We saw it last night and it continues this morning. It is from the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent.
Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, Get Grenada swimming program ends, and Mrs. Karen Reed Ballantyne appointed Solicitor General of Grenada. This is News at 7.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
There are those who say they care, and then there is Jediah's Pharmacy, conveniently located at the front entrance of the Brew Street Mall, right next to a Riser Credit Union. We offer premium quality products and services, and when you need us, we are there, offering you around-the-clock service, Mondays to Fridays, 7:30 to 7 p.m., Saturdays, 9 until 7 p.m., and Sundays, 10 until 2. At Jediah's Pharmacy, we show care with a beautiful smile. Call us today at 440-5342. The number again, 440-5342. Jediah's Pharmacy, affordable and totally dependable. Shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
The Grenada Youth Adventurers, better known as Get Grenada Swimming program, has come to an exciting climax. The program, which started in 2016, had a set goal of having 8,000 Grenadians swimming by the year 2021. A proud achievement the organizers say they have reached.
It's been really fun, and I'm happy to be swimming in the water that has no sharks. Know that it has freestyle. You could do it on your back, and that there's diving. You should try something before you actually do it. Actually say that you don't want to do it. Floating. Swimming.
Some of the youngsters sharing their experience with GBN on the Grandans Beach on Saturday, one of the sites for the final event of the Grenada Youth Adventurers, better known as Get Grenada Swimming program. The final week saw a turnout of over 800 swimmers from 19 locations throughout the state of Grenada.
It started in 2016 and this is 2021, and so in 5 years we wanted to teach 8,000 and we did.
That you have achieved your goal. What's next?
Oh my gosh, I was just talking to somebody about that. I don't know, we have to figure it out, but we're not going to stop swimming. We're going to keep it going and we'll come up with the next 5-year goal.
That was Deb Eastwood, director of Get Grenada Swimming. For the past 5 years, the program was supported by the Republic Bank. Eastwood says she's thankful to God that there have not been any incidents or accidents during the program.
Nothing on all the Saturdays. We have 14 programs going on Saturday mornings, and we have for years now. I mean, it's gone up to 14 this year, but no incidents there and no incidents at any of the swim weeks. We have lifeguards stationed at every location, and so we keep it very, very safe.
The annual event is held at different locations around the island, usually during the Easter break in April for 1 week. She says this year's biggest challenge is with the sargassum seaweed. National Learn to Swim Week offered people an opportunity to learn basic swimming techniques at no cost to them. Over 15 beaches and pools around Grenada were identified for this purpose. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Fantastic initiative. Congratulations to the team. Mrs. Karen Reed Ballantyne has been appointed as the Solicitor General of Grenada, having commenced duties on April 1st, 2021. Mrs. Reed Ballantyne has over 17 years' experience as an attorney at law since her admission to the bar in 2003 in Trinidad and Tobago. She has also been admitted to practice in the OECS territories of the British Virgin Islands since 2011 and Montserrat Montserrat since 2012. Mrs. Reed Ballantyne has prior experience having worked at the Solicitor General's Department, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, at the Attorney General's Chambers in the British Virgin Islands, and as the senior legal advisor for the government of Montserrat. She now fills the vacancy left following the promotion of sitting Attorney General Dia Forrester, that is. For there is more, of course, weather and sports up next. Stay with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product detox combo pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Let's take a look at tonight's minimum temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and hazy, with a few light showers, becoming fewer by early morning. Today was quite warm too. Winds east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. There is a warning, low potential for ashfall, however, moderate. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open water. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are low at 9:45 p.m. and high at 3:45 a.m. So if you're traveling out to sea, be very careful. I know visibility is a little tricky now. On Tuesday, sunrise 5:57 a.m. and sunset at 6:19 p.m. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a low chance of some brief daytime showers, medium chance of nighttime showers. Middle of the week, Wednesday, sunrise at 5:57, sunset 6:19. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a low chance of some light morning showers. And on Thursday, we're looking at mostly fair and hazy with a low chance of a few brief morning showers. The sunrise 2 minutes to 6 in the morning on Thursday, and it sets at 6:19 p.m. That time just doesn't seem to be changing. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News. Another Grenadian para-athlete is seeking classification and qualification for the Tokyo Paralympic Games from August to September. Mikkel Walters is a javelin thrower and 400-meter runner who has been training with the St. David's Trailblazers under coach Paul Phillip, along with Aishana Charles, who has already qualified for the Paralympic Games.
Yeah, well, as I said, we have Aishana Charles, who has been already qualified for the 2021 Olympics, 2020 Olympics in 2021. Aishana was also a Desert Challenge winner 2 years ago, and she's still part of the training camp, and I think her being there has inspired Nickel and Chandel to also try for the games.
Mikkel says growing up, he found comfort in expressing himself through sports and outdoor activities. He says taking on athletics 2 years ago was quite a challenge, however blossomed via the support of Coach Paul, Markim Felix, and the other coaches at the Trailblazers.
My main event is javelin, but I started 400 based on a challenge by a 400 runner in Trailblazers, Jared Sylvester, the name, and he said to me that you're not just a javelin thrower, you're a runner. So I took on a challenge, and in a mini meet, I ran 1 minute 15 seconds, which was quite shocking to everybody. And then at national champs, I ran my personal best, which was 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Fantastic. The Boxing Association of Grenada is in turmoil, and attempts are being made to return the sport under a fully functional local association. Former national boxer and coach Davis Adams is among those who are attempting to reorganize the Boxing Association. Adams, appearing on the online sports program Talk Sports, says the issues within the association mainly surround structure, as the talent remains unchanged.
I'd be honest with you. The issue of boxing and the downward spiral, to a great extent, started with the fact that we lost our home. Everybody knows Tantin, yes? And upstairs where boxing had that portion of Tantin as its home for national boxers to come in and train. It was the center of, it was like the heartbeat of boxing in Grenada. So even if you have gyms and guys coming from all over Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatic, they would end up in the Tantin gym upstairs, what is the National Lottery Office. Of course, over time, government wanted to use their building, and so boxing was kicked out of that building. And I think that started the real blow that we received. We were never able to find that central location to bring national boxers to training.
He says the administrative structure and management of boxing took a nosedive in 2015, despite the efforts of now deceased President Johnson St. Louis.
The fact that we are making every effort, Brother Bascom, to see if we can get the association functioning by forming what we call an organizing committee to begin the process. And the organizing committee is making every effort. As a matter of fact, we have written to AIBA, the International Boxing Association, for amateur boxing, of course. We've written to all our other partners, the Caribbean Boxing Association, and all the other bodies that are part of us, the Grenada Olympic Committee, to let them know where we are at. And in essence, be able to, especially AIBA, point us to doing what is right for boxing so that when we have done it, we would have done it the right way. So,
the home of the Boxing Association of Grenada was the Carenage Boxing Gym, which presently is the headquarters for the National Lotteries Authority. St. David and St. Andrew recorded victories in matches 8 and 9 played over the weekend in the Right Start GCA Under-19 Cup. St. David won handsomely by 107 runs against opponents St. George. St. David amassed 186 runs in 3.4 overs as Teddy Bishop smashed 35 and Corey Celestine 30 runs before restricting St. George to 79 as Kurt Murray captured 4 wickets for 20 runs. St. Andrew also recorded a landslide victory, winning by 133 runs over St. Patrick. In the second match on the weekend, St. David scored 232 runs as Ronald Walker and Darren Sincere scored 9 and 38 respectively. St. Patrick was then bowled for 99 in 20.2, with Tion Charles taking 4 wickets for 20 runs. The final 2 matches in the first round of the tournament will be played this weekend. St. Patrick plays St. George on Saturday, while St. David and St. Mark square off on Sunday. St. David defeated St. George on Saturday, while St. Andrew enjoyed victory on Sunday over St. Patrick. That's it, sporting fans. Up next, Around the Globe. In Around the Globe, General Manager of the Barbados Water Authority, Keith Roy Halliday, is advising Barbadians against washing their cars as the ash plumes continue to cover the island. He said it was counterproductive to do so while the ash was still falling, adding that water should only be used where necessary. Many were seen washing down their vehicles and cleaning their properties this morning. We get more in this report.
As clouds of volcanic ash from the La Soufrière eruption covered Barbados in a coat of grey dust, Barbadians wasted no time in starting cleanup efforts. From as early as 7 this morning, persons were seen with hoses in hand, washing off vehicles and homes. Henderson Harewood was one of them.
We decided that it was to clean off some of it because, you know, we're going to get more again. Until that bank up, it's going to be hard when you're ready to do it, you know what I mean? So you try to scale off some now, so later on it will not be a stuff.
While some used innovative methods to protect their vehicles from the ash, many car owners feared the potential impact of the ashfall on their vehicles.
It looked like snow. It was very thick. So I was like, geez, I gotta get up now. I come outside and try and deal with this because, you know, the longer you leave, you know, the residue on your vehicles is a lot harder to clean.
The falling volcanic ash was accompanied by heavy rainfall in some sections of the island. This combination resulted in a muddy cement-like slush which covered driveways, patios, and stairways.
I've realized the windows are fogged because I could not have seen outside as I would like this morning. The walkways, you cannot even see have tiles, nor the pattern in the tiles. The water tank is covered, so yeah, it's going to take a lot of cleaning. Instead of me cleaning around the house, I am going to clean myself and ensure I'm intact first, because my sinuses really take a toll on me. So I am going to ensure that I am intact and then the house.
Experts say these plumes of ash could continue affecting the island throughout this week. Therefore, extensive cleaning may not be wise at this time. However, persons are asked to use extreme caution when cleaning, since volcanic ash can be extremely slippery. Aaliyah Briggs, CBC.
Rescuers are trying to reach 21 coal miners trapped hundreds of meters below ground in China. They became trapped after the mine in the northern province of Xinjiang flooded on Saturday. Al Jazeera's Victoria Gattenby reports.
An emergency crew prepares to go underground in an effort to help rescue a group of trapped miners. The first task will be to check the air quality and water level in the flooded mine in Xinjiang province.
If the level of hydrogen sulfide gas gets too high, it may pose a danger to the trapped miners. The good news is, currently the oxygen rate in the coal mine is more than 20%. However, the water level is still rising. Now it's rising by half a centimeter every 30 minutes. In the previous period, it was rising by up to 3.5 centimeters.
The mine was flooded on Saturday night, cutting off power and communications to dozens of miners. Some have since been rescued, but most remain trapped in 3 different areas. It's not clear what medical condition they're in. More than 1,400 rescuers are working round the clock to free them, and specialist pumps have been brought in to drain away the water, but time is against them.
Police have fired tear gas at protesters angry over the shooting of a black man not far from where George Floyd was killed in May. On Sunday, police officers shot 20-year-old Dante Wright just north of Minneapolis, USA, where the trial of the former police officer accused of killing Floyd is taking place. Al Jazeera's Sarah Khairat reports.
Protests on the streets near Minneapolis, and anger once again aimed at the police force, prompted by the death of yet another black man, this time 20-year-old Dante Wright. Police in Brooklyn Center, a suburb of Minneapolis, say officers pulled over a man just before 2 p.m. on Sunday and discovered he had an outstanding arrest warrant. As they tried to detain him, he got back in the car. One officer shot Dante Wright, who then drove away but hit another vehicle. He was declared dead at the scene.
That's it for Around the Globe. Stay tuned. We have more. Let's recap the headlines. Police investigating 2 deaths on Saturday. GTAWU president says they are prepared to fight as ACB strike continues for a 3rd week. Comedian turns politician. Bassanio Nicholas plans to contest 2023 general election as an independent candidate. Government appoints Mrs. Karen Reed Ballantyne as Grenada's new Solicitor General. La Soufrière's largest eruption recorded Monday morning with pyroclastic flows confirmed. And St. Vincent takes center stage on tonight's Beyond the Headlines with special guest Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. In Around the Globe, 21 workers trapped in a flooded mine in China. Protests erupt in Minneapolis after police shoot another black man. In sports, Grenada could have as many as 3 or 4 para-athletes in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. And Boxing Association of Grenada on the rebound after experiencing turmoil. If you missed any parts of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.
And I live under the suffering.
So what was it like last night?
Last night was a lot of small pebbles and rocks was dropping. I was inside my house, just rock backing and really stone themselves in on the house.
How did you feel when you were hearing that?
I just drink a rum and just rock back myself, smoke a weed, cool out myself.
Powerful eruptions continue in St. Vincent, and the heavy ashfall from the La Soufrière volcano blankets our neighbor to the north. Tonight's Beyond the Headlines looks at a people displaced and fearful. As scientists say, there is no telling when the eruptions will cease. Beyond the Headlines, tonight at 8:35 p.m. with Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Head of NADMA Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre, NBC's Colvin Harry, and President of the Rotary Club Grenada, Henry Joseph. Beyond the Headlines, live on GBN Television, Classic Radio, and GBN social media platforms.